morning and welcome to day 7 of Sloth Yoga. You have joined me on a snowy day. Let's get started. So we're starting today sitting cross-legged at the top of your mat or the top of your mattress if you're still in bed. It's perfectly fine to be still in bed. Still with our pyjamas on. That's absolutely fine. That's what this is all about. You might want to block today. If it's uncomfortable sitting here, or we're going to be putting our legs forwards as well, if that's uncomfortable, we'll take the block and we'll sit on the block instead. It will take the pressure off your hips. Just rest your hands on your knees, chest rising, looking straight ahead. Take a breath in and out, and in and out. Ready to start. Going to straighten your legs out in front of you. So flat on the floor, straight out in front of you. Now at this point, this is when you might want to put the block underneath. Make yourself a little bit more comfortable. We're going to do a little stretch forwards. So breathing in, you're just going to lean over the front of your legs. Keep your eyes upwards, keep your chin upwards, flat back. If this is as far as you go, that's absolutely fine. You're just going to go as far as you're comfortable with. We're not going to flop over, we're not going to put our forehead on our knees, everything like that. We're just reaching forwards. Good, and relaxing back. And again, breathing in, reaching forward, chest up, breathing out. One more. These are just gentle stretches. Breathing in, reaching forwards, and relaxing back. Take your right fingers, put them on the floor right next to you. This arm's going to bend. Your left arms are going to go up to the sky. Make sure that you're sitting up nice and straight. You haven't flopped back. Going to fold over towards that right arm, a little sideways bend. And back to centre. Pop your left fingers on the floor. Right hand up to the sky. Little left sideways bend. And back to the front. Right fingers down again. Left arm up, right forward bend, right sideways bend, sorry. Left hand down, right arm up, little right bend. Excellent. From here, we're going to take your knees around the back so we end up in our nice little cat-cow position. We're going to do a couple of rounds here. Make sure that your knees are underneath your hips, your hands are stacked underneath your shoulders, and the inside of your elbows are facing forwards. Ground between all of your fingers, so open your fingers wide and ground them on the floor. Breathing in, belly button up to your spine, looking through to your knees. Breathing out, drop your belly button down, looking up. Breathing in, belly button to spine. Breathing out, looking straight up. Once more, breathing in, belly button to spine, breathing out, dropping the belly button and looking up. Get back to neutral by having a little wiggle side to side. Make sure that your back is in a neutral position. We are going to try raising your right hand. Some of you might struggle with this and that's fine. And we're also going to try raising your left leg at the same time, but if that's too much, we'll just raise them one at a time. So raising your right arm, reaching forwards, putting it back down, taking your left leg and bringing it backwards. Try not to raise it up too high, it's just sort of parallel to the floor, leg and back down. We're going to try that both together. Breathing in, reaching forwards and leg back, back in. Again, forwards, leg back, back in. One more, arm forwards, leg back, back in. Get back to your cat-cow position. Make sure that you are squeezing your belly button into your spine to protect your back at all times. Don't let your belly drop down to the floor, if we can help it. I know we've got little sloth bellies at the moment. Left arm, reaching forwards by itself, back in, leg. Reaching backwards by itself, back in. Try not to tip too much to the side. I know I tipped across there. Try to keep your hips square. If you need to, open your knees a little bit wider before you start. Here we go. Breathing in, left arm forward and right leg back. And in. And again, left arm forward, right leg back. And in. Left arm forward, right leg back. And in. Open your knees nice and wide as your mat. Not as wide as your mattress if you're in bed. That might be a bit tricky. Toes together at the back. Sitting back, forearms down to the floor. You can put your forehead on the floor at this point, it's entirely up to you, or you can just rest on your forearms for a moment. We're not here for long. Just take some breaths. In and out. Scooting your forearms forwards a little bit. Bring your knees close together, and then you're going to walk them back until your little sloth belly is flat on the floor. Legs are flat on the floor. Tops of your feet are flat on the floor. You're on your forearms and your chest is up in a little sphinx position. If this is too much on your back, you can lower your back down. You can take your forearms further down. If it's uncomfortable, lots of options. It's entirely up to you. Just be here for a moment. Try pushing up through your elbows if you can. So pushing up through your elbows will lift your chest and it will drop your shoulders a little bit. Relax all the way down the floor, reaching your arms above your head, forehead on the floor. If this is uncomfortable for you, we're not here for long. You could stay in that little sphinx position. Forehead on the floor. We are going to aim to lift the tops of your feet off the floor. So to do that, you'll have to ground your midsection, your belly button, into the floor to lift up those feet. So I'm just going to lift them a couple of inches off the floor and lower them. Keep your forehead on the floor if you can. Lift your palms up off the floor and lower them if you can. It might be a bit restrictive depending on our body shapes, on where we are lying. If you want to go back to cat-cow positions, that's absolutely fine as well. We're just going to try that one more time. Forehead on the floor. Lift the tops of your feet off the floor and down again. And your arms up and down again. Don't forget to breathe. We're going to try it once all together. Forehead on the floor. Breathing in. As you breathe in, lift and breathe out. And lower it down to the floor. Bring your hands back either side of your chest, pushing up, back to your cat-cow position, back to your forearm on the floor position, and we're back in the little child's pose. Breathe in and out. We're just going to sit back around to where we started. Scoot around. Get back into your little cross-leg position. Take note of where you've just crossed your legs and try and change them. So your opposite foot is in front. Feels a little bit weird. Resting your hands on your knees. Relaxing your shoulders down your back. So bring your shoulders up to your ears. Curl them backwards and down. And looking straight ahead. Bring your belly button into your spine. Heighten through your head. Imagine that string pulling your head upwards again. And just drop your chin a little bit. Just a little bit. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. We're going to take 2 rounds of breath. We're breathing in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. Take your hands to your shoulders. So same hand on same shoulder. And then from there, reach up to the sky. Then drop your shoulders back down again. Bring your hands down to your shoulders again. Breathing in. Reaching up as you breathe out. Drop your shoulders down again. Hands back down to your shoulders. and then down your knees. Well done. Bring your hands together in prayer, hands at your chest. Take a deep breath in and out. Bring your thumbs in your prayer hands up to your forehead, up to your third eye. Take a breath in and out. And stay with me. Namaste.